The Jos Plateau was once a symbol of serenity, its unique rock formation standing as ancient sentinels over a land defined by its cool, highland air, known as the Tin City. Jos flourished in the mid-20th century, a melting pot of cultures drawn by the promise of the Earth's mineral riches. However, the peace of this highland paradise was fragile. In 2010, a series of events would shatter the community, leaving a mark that remains today. January 2010 saw the first spark. In the Nasarawa area, a dispute over a single house reconstruction ignited a firestorm of localized violence and deep-seated tension. Within hours, the streets were transformed. Scorched skeletons of buildings and charred remains of vehicles became the new, grim landmarks of a divided city. Yellow police tape cordoned off what was once communal space. The concept of no man's land became a physical reality, separating neighbors who once shared meals. Trust evaporated instantly. An elderly man who had seen decades of peaceful coexistence now looks upon his neighborhood with a vacant, haunted stare. But the worst was yet to come. On the night of March 7th, the violence moved from the urban center to the quiet, vulnerable rural villages. In Dogo Nahua, Zat, and Rasa, the silence of the night was broken. These communities were caught in a nightmare that few could have anticipated. The aftermath left behind symbols of lost innocence. A single child's shoe, discarded in the drying mud, tells a story more powerful than words. Cracked ceramic pots and burnt grain stores represented the destruction of livelihoods. The very foundations of survival were targeted in the midnight chaos. Tactical maps show how attackers navigated the plateau's difficult terrain. This was not random. There was a coordinated movement through the hills and valleys. To understand the massacre, one must look at the indigene versus settler paradox. It is a legal classification that dictates who truly belongs to the land. The certificate of origin became a weapon of exclusion, fueling a cycle of resentment that had already peaked in 2001 and 2008. Faith, once a bridge, became a boundary. Religious leaders now stand before ruins, mourning the loss of the peace they had worked so hard to maintain during the military curfews. The streets of Jos were ghost-like. Dust blew through empty intersections, and the only movement was the shadow of patrols. Military checkpoints became permanent fixtures of the landscape. They offered a semblance of security, but also served as a constant reminder of the failure of peace. Psychological scars run deeper than the physical ones. Mass burial sites, now overgrown with tall, swaying grass, hold the silent memories of 2010. Today, Jos is a city of contrasts. Vibrant markets pulse with life. Yet the bullet scars on the older brickwork serve as a silent history lesson. Nature is slowly reclaiming the ruins. The green landscape of the plateau continues to thrive, even as the people struggle for true reconciliation. To honor the fallen, we must address the roots of the conflict. Only through memory and justice can the plateau find a lasting and divided peace. Dogo Nahua Zat Rasa, we remember. For history to not repeat itself, the story of Jos 2010 must never be forgotten.